Hey, hello. Welcome back to Degenerate Internet Gamblers Anonymous. I'm your support host, Kevin. Or wait, I think I got my meetings wrong. Sorry. This is actually a crypto weekly review, Crypto Traders Arena. So hopefully you're not an addicted gambler just yet. Hopefully you're practicing risk management and trading like a real pro. But anyhow, happy Sunday, everybody. Good to see you back for another week of our review show. This is episode number 9, I believe. And I think I got Mr. Paul J here with me. Are you here, Paul?
Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, cool. So Paul J is here. And I'm Kevin again, and I'm here. No special guest this week. Last week was pretty cool. We had Bleeding Crypto on, so thanks to him for coming on the show. I enjoyed his presentation, and just cool dude. I really like his take on the market, and follow him on Twitter if you don't already. He's Bleeding Crypto, I think, on Twitter, yeah, and I like watching him and seeing what he has to say. But thanks for coming on again, and I think we'll probably have a guest every month or so we'll see who we get next time, but that was pretty fun. So anyhow, I think I'll start with a quick review of Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum, and a couple other things, and talk about some fills that I've got. It is kind of cool to see that some of my bids have been getting filled as Bitcoin dumped a little bit this week. I did see a couple fills in altcoins, so that was cool. And exactly what I kind of expect to happen. I think everything's sort of moving along as planned, really. I couldn't hope for truly a better scenario right now. I think with Bitcoin, here on this is a weekly Bitcoin chart here. I mean, first off, I saw Paul in the he's in the lounge reminding people that he did. He called this 25.2 level multiple times, and he was sort of berating people. People were asking him where to get short now, and he was sitting there going like, "Well, I was telling you guys where to get short, forever before the top actually came in." So. Nonetheless, this key high here that I've been talking about too has now been tested for 2 weeks in a row, and they definitely FU'd the highs a couple times, but never could get any strength above that level. So I think just looking at this right here, I mean, the first thing I see is just range market. So I think we've now identified a pretty solid range here, without the ability to get above this level here and start a true bull trend. We're now just trapped in the range for the time being. Now, of course, we could still rip up there, but for the moment, I think that it's probably a healthy approach to look at Bitcoin here as a range. So we're at the top of the range now, and of course, the bottom of the range is the this weekly W level down here. 17,200 I have is 78.6 of the entire range, going all the way back to COVID. So you draw your range from this whole move here, and 78.6 kind of marks the bottom of the range. And I actually saw Paul drawing it that way too, and I think that's a nice way of looking at it. If you just maybe took this level here off of that low, and that's 17.5, and call that the bottom of your range, and then we essentially kind of tested losing the range here in this W, but then got back inside. Now we've tested the top of the range and haven't been able to get outside of it, and currently we're putting in a potential 3-bar fractal. We'll have to see how today's close comes in on the weekly here, and if we dip below that level, then we actually have a three-bar fractal top here. No M top. There's no real market structure top yet, so can't throw in the towel 100% or anything like that. But I think this is like I said, I think the story remains the same. We're probably going to bounce around in here somehow before we ultimately get into the halving event and break out bullishly. This is the game plan. This is what I've been talking about the whole time. I mean, we're hoping that this year is kind of a accumulation basing year, and we expect price to, bounce around in a flat bottoming kind of range market for a while to set up the next rally. And so ideally, again, this is what I want to see. I mean, I'd rather see something like this than Bitcoin just shooting straight up right here. Because if we just continue shooting straight up, that becomes sort of like a too far, too fast kind of idea here, and just too much uppy. And that would just take longer for this thing to come back down and sort of set up again. So really don't want to see that. So I kind of like that this top is coming in right here for the moment. Now, maybe it's a little bit too clean, but there's a lot of things that make me think we're in a range here. First of all, as I already said, just the inability to get above this level in any kind of structure up here to set up a true trend. That's one reason. And then on the weekly chart, the indicators aren't looking great here. We're essentially setting up bearish divergences here. On RSI, we didn't actually confirm yet. It looks like, yeah, today even, we'll have to dump down quite a bit more today before the close to actually confirm this M and lose that level. But that is a little M top, so not anywhere near overbought. So, we're just sitting at the 50 line here. So maybe this thing W's out here ultimately, and we do push to new highs. We'll have to see, but as of right now, we have a potential M bearish divergence in RSI. OBV, on the other hand, did confirm. I can't say it confirmed yet. This, at the end of today's candle, if we stay right around here, then we're going to actually confirm this M top. So I don't love that. That'll be a confirmed bearish OBV divergence. So from a weekly perspective, that you're starting to see the indicators break down. This isn't an M top yet, but it could be a fractal top. And really, if you just draw fibs off of the bottom here, you can start to see how maybe we work our way back down here. I think ultimately we do get back down below 61.8. I don't know what direction it will take, or how long, but I think eventually we'll get back down here this year. So we'll have to see how that goes. If I zoom in a little bit on the daily, I'll just add, I guess I already have it drawn even. A couple things that I wanted to point out here. This is kind of how I see the market in the short term. One, I see an ABCD setting up here. So I do think that, we dumped down hard a couple days ago, and then now we've just been it's like almost everybody's just trying to figure out what to do next here. Like somehow this dump kind of came out, I wouldn't say came out of nowhere. It's not a huge surprise that we're dumping down here, but it did seem to just like boom, hit all of a sudden, and then price just stopped. And really, I can't argue there's been very much volume. My volume's probably kind of light here. Hopefully you guys can see that. This dump was a decent volume bar, but it really didn't get anywhere near these previous red volume candles. And then of course the last 2 days there hasn't been much volume at all. So not a lot of activity here. This is a Coinbase chart. I don't know where the best place to look at volume is on Bitcoin, but it doesn't look like there's tons of volume here. I do see this ABCD as possible. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see this. Maybe we recover a little bit and get back up into this sort of kind of open air right above here and then dip down. But I do see this ABCD as possibly completing here. I wouldn't be surprised of that at all. And that actually sets up this potential head and shoulders, which I think would be like a reasonable thing to happen here. Now that we haven't had a M top really, there's not really an M here, even on the daily chart. There's just basically we kind of washed the highs a couple times and we even made the all-time high, or not the all-time high, sorry, but the recent high here has broken these previous highs, and no M here. So, the ABCD itself is a little bit of an M, but it's very steep. So I don't really think of that as an M top. I think of it more of as an ABCD. So it makes sense. We'd come down into this level here, whatever that is, like 21,400 or so, which is really a test of these lows here. And this traffic area back here was the last support. So that wouldn't be anything shocking. The last 2 days have just been kind of like ugly dojis, but I do see this ABCD setting up this head and shoulders. So like, I guess a nice, the next possible short opportunity really for me would be up in this right shoulder somewhere. I would be looking for the dump down, see if we find support here. I suppose, lower time frame traders might be hunting longs down here. And then a move back up top here, I'd be looking for it to roll over again. And the reasons I have for that right now are, in the indicators, you can see very much bearish divergences. And this OBV div was the tell here. Strong daily OBV divergence that confirmed on this candle right here. So anytime you see that, you got to at least be like, oh shit, we're at the top of the range here. We couldn't get above the highs. OBV div fired on the close of this candle here. So watching this happen after the fact, that's not a huge surprise. And of course, the RSI divs, first started firing back here, and we did get this dump on the first RSI div, bounced to a new high, but couldn't. RSI did not make a new high, and actually put in smaller M tops in RSI here too that ended up confirming at the same time as this OBV div. And then the actual RSI big div is now confirmed too as of, I guess yesterday. We broke this, big M. So now we have a big giant M here. So indicators are bearish at the moment. Location, I mean, this is a shitty short location here. I don't know about just going and shorting right here. You could get blasted out pretty easily, but location was great up here, as Paul had advised many times. And so now I think for me, really, I'm just sitting here watching and waiting. There's nothing for me to do here. I don't see a bullish setup here yet. I don't like that RSI hasn't gotten more into oversold yet. And I also see nothing in OBV to I'd really like to see a W form in OBV here to give me like a daily bottom. So yeah, nothing bullish here. And I don't like location in general. I mean, we're not even at 38.2. Let me change these fibs here. Yeah, you can see that 38.2 is basically this previous traffic area, which is the neckline of this head and shoulders. So we haven't even hit 38.2 yet. So I do expect price to come down into this area and fiddle around for a bit and maybe bottom. And that would just be a 38.2 tag. Now, if we do just blow through here, of course, dips down into like 50% levels or even Mountain Man, that seems quite likely if we do just lose this kind of support area here. This is just open air right here. I mean, this is like a fair value gap, right? Like everything from there to there, like this kind of area is just open air. So that's kind of like a magnet. So I would think that, I'd prefer to see this head and shoulders come in nice and clean and then roll over into this area. But of course it could just dump right down. And this is just open air. But again, this is what I want to see. I mean, if you want to be an altcoin buyer, if you want to invest in this plan that we're talking about, then really, again, we want to see this. We want to see this roll over here and stay range bound. And of course, like the head and shoulders tag, if this head and shoulders does come in, I think the target would basically be. Let's see if I can do this here. Let me reverse that. Oops. Let's see, what did I do here? Yeah, so the target's going to be 200%. Basically the move, the head and shoulders dimension here, just replicate that down here, just takes us right into 78.6. So if this head and shoulders does come in, the target's going to be down right at our 78.6 level off the entire range. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Now, maybe that's too clean. I don't know if that can come in as clean as this, but we'll see. So far, this is what I see, at least at the moment. And until the indicators start showing something more bullish, then I think we have to assume that lower prices are pretty likely. So, that's Bitcoin. We can look at Ethereum really quick. It looks a little different because it never got to the top of the range. Ethereum, similar price action in terms of the, similar indicator action, I should say. They're the same. Price never got up to test the key high that I think this is the key market structure high here, and we never tested it. So now we're just kind of stuck in the middle of the range, bottom of the range down here at $900, and the top of the range up at 2,000. So pretty wide range. So I mean, this same range activity that Bitcoin might be going through could be pretty volatile for Ethereum here, moving around inside of a pretty wide range. But same story here. I think dips down against this W are likely. No M top, just like Bitcoin. So it's the same story, really. I don't see an ABCD like Bitcoin. I just see Ethereum in the middle of the range. Kind of an awkward spot to be taking on any trades here. So hopefully this thing just kind of grinds its way down and sets up a base for the next rally. And through this process, we also will hopefully get some of these fills on our altcoin plan. So nothing too exciting with Ethereum. I'll point out the VIX really quick because I was just thinking about the VIX today. And for people that don't know, the VIX is a volatility index. It's just showing stock market volatility essentially. So, in good times, like when the stock market's pretty healthy, you expect to see the VIX, moving down or basing. And of course, like this ramp up here was the COVID dump. And so when the stock market gets unhealthy and people start freaking out, you see the VIX just ripping. And I'd highlighted this gap down here because what I see right here is a relatively favorable stock market, or relatively happy stock market, I should say. Like, a couple weeks back, started pushing higher here as the stock market threatened to roll over a bit. But really, the stock market's pretty happy right at the moment, and it looks like we're kind of 3-bar fractal. We'll see how this week starts out, this week coming, but I kind of think the VIX is going to work its way back down here. And so maybe we're still going to, the stock market might be relatively favorable here for the next little while. And I suppose that would make sense. There's like a seasonal trade going on right now, basically like the whole sell in May and walk away kind of thing. So until we get to like April, May, maybe we see this VIX just kind of grind lower, and that's going to be relatively healthy for Bitcoin. I mean, definitely good for the stock market. And I think Bitcoin will benefit from that as well. So I'm just curious to see how this goes. Now, as we get down into these levels, this is just a gap that I had drawn here down at 1290 or whatever that is. And as we get down into those levels, that would be pretty low for the VIX. So we have to, that's when we'll probably be thinking that things might turn. So I'll be watching that. But for now, it looks like we're just, if anything, we've actually made a big M here. So we now have confirmed M for several weeks here. So I think the VIX moving lower makes sense. So it's just something I noticed today, and I'm kind of keeping an eye on. Stock market itself does look actually kind of, if anything, the stock market this week looked like it was pointing higher as Bitcoin was still struggling. But the stock market had come off pretty good. And then it just kind of turned and bounced off this trend line. So this is the ES. I'm still thinking this ABCD, or at least a test up against the highs, is a possibility here in the short term. We did dump kind of hard, but just right into the trend line. So at this point, we're either going to walk this trend line down, or maybe we catch some support here, and this, we do move higher and complete this ABCD. So, and this could, of course, take, it might have to look something like this. I don't know, set up a sideways consolidation before it actually pushes higher. But either way, I don't see, unlike Bitcoin, RSI looks pretty healthy to me. It's just bouncing off the 50. It doesn't have any divergence, and it's not anywhere near being overbought. So I could see this stock market still grinding higher here. Unfortunately, there is OBV div, which I don't love. So, definitely have to keep that in mind. This is not confirmed, but there is an M here that hasn't confirmed. So if this OBV div does confirm, that'll be a little worrisome. But at the moment, we haven't confirmed yet. So far, the stock market looks pretty healthy. OBV itself is kind of it's been sort of grinding down, but this could turn into a W, and that would sort of validate this idea of ABCDing up. But for the time being, I mean, we're above the trend line, caught support on the trend line this week. I still think moves up here are reasonable. Of course, if you draw like some fibs off the top, and take a look at that, we could, a 50%, I'm sorry, this is Mountain Man here, 61.8 tag is this high here. So it doesn't seem, I don't know, seems likely. So I don't know. For me, the general bullishness of the stock market seems still there. We haven't lost any levels. We don't have a real M top. This was kind of like an inside bar. This week was inside bar, and then we maybe failed the next week. Let me see here. Yeah, we actually inside bar failed the week after that, and so we got the sell signal there, and of course did dump, but just caught support down here, and now we're pushing higher. So I don't know, it looks pretty good. So again, ideally, Bitcoin sort of rolls over a little bit, sets up some altcoin buys for me, and then bases. And we continue to stick in this range. And in the stock market's case, this range might look something more like this. And maybe we do eventually pop up into the highs, or into this high here. So that's kind of what I see there. What else can I talk about in the general picture? I looked at Ethereum. I don't think there's much to say. I mean, again, I'll just reiterate. I think exactly what I would like to happen is happening with Bitcoin kind of rolling over here. And hopefully that sets up more buying opportunities as we continue to get through this year. And I did start getting some fills. Well, let's see. First of all, I got one double this week, so I'll share that with you guys. This was actually, I think, last Sunday even. It was kind of not really a great week for the altcoins, my altcoins at least, in general. But I actually sold Dodo on a little bit more than a double here because this was a purchase going all the way back to October of last year. And I didn't have my order working. And I saw this thing I just saw it when it was sitting up at my double level, fortunately, and just went and sold half. So I banged a double out here. But this is a pretty good example of just, you do have to go underwater on these sometimes. I mean, I just waiting patiently. This is a buy from October. You can see the W in here. Weekly W broke out. And the following week, I was in there buying and did see some uppiness, but ultimately lost the lows through all the FTX stuff and took I took well, I don't know, maybe 30-40% drawdown on this before it turned around. But sure enough, it just finally got its act together, and this is kind of exactly what I expect to see this year look like. Like, I'll be in here buying, and then sure, some of these are going to go underwater and eventually base. Maybe some stay above water, but this is the kind of thing you'd have to expect in these long-term plans. Is you do have to take some heat, but I'm not panic selling the bottom. I'm not using a stop. I'm just comfortable with the risk I allocated, and I just wait. And banged a double out there. So that was cool. I got one double there, which I think puts me to 14 doubles on the year so far, which I think is pretty good. But I also started getting some fills too. Like I reported a fill on looks last week, but I got a second fill here. And this is exactly what I think this is what I want to see happen. Weekly W came in. I drew my fibs. I bought the weekly W first here, and then got filled again on basically 78.6 level, which is funny because I remember from last week I was talking about how I fucked my order up. So my order was below 78.6 for some reason. I don't even know why. It should have been actually slightly above 78.6. So I should have gotten filled here last week, but they bounced it right above my sell order, which was in the wrong place. But I just left it, and sure enough, now got filled. And then I thought it was funny that they didn't want to fill me here though. So I don't know if this is this is probably telling me next week they'll probably fill me here. We'll see how, because this doesn't look like it's turning. I mean, one thing I'll say about looks here is the OBV crapped out on me. You could see the selling came in hard. So I had a nice W, confirmed here in OBV, which validated my trade idea. Weekly W came in after the OBV W. I drew my fibs here and worked my bids. But during that time, we had some decent buy volume here, but then the sellers came in strong the next week, and it just crapped OBV out. So now OBV looks like hell on this. So, I'll leave it up to you if you're interested in buying this. But something happened here that really killed OBV. So now that, it just is what it is. Really kind of need to see OBV look a little happier before I think this thing's going to turn. So I don't see any reason why I wouldn't get this fill. But at the same time, I'm happy to... I'm going to end up averaged in around 78.6, which is my goal, So my goal is to just, if I get all three of these filled, I'll be long my position size, and I'll be averaged in around here, and I'm assuming these, with all these altcoins, I'm definitely thinking this low is gonna hold, and then if it doesn't hold, then I'm prepared to just hit the reset button. Basically, I'll have these positions on, but they're small. And then I'll just go back to, I'll wait for the next W's to come in. So that's still my same old plan. Nothing new here. These lows will either hold or they won't. I have no idea. But if they do, I'll be sitting pretty, I'll have a 78.6 or so-ish average cost. In this case, a double's only going to be, God, not even, I'll get a double inside of this range, if I'm averaged in here, a double's just somewhere around here. So just basically back to the top of the range. So that's what I want to see. So looks was one. This is, I don't even know what this is. This is there's a real shark trader in our group, VMP, 88, who's just banging out shit tons of doubles on Qcoin. And this was more of a daily W kind of thing. But I went and he was talking about this, and I just went and grabbed it. And sure enough, it did pop right away. Not quite to double levels, but you know, hope you can see the daily W in here. And I just bought that W. Nice strong OBV here. W's and OBV. So this is ACQ acquire.fi. Don't even know what it is. But I'm long this one. Katazi, Cartesi, this is an example of just me I don't know what the fuck I was doing here. I mean, really, it was a weekly chart, but my fill was, I mean, I bought this wide W, but I don't, that was kind of a shit maneuver here. I chased it right here. Not a good place to be a buyer, but nonetheless, I did buy it right here. And then I also bought it here at the weekly W level this week. So not a great fill. If you're a smart person, you'll just wait till it move down here. I'm sure it'll probably get down here, but I did want to own this one. And I had my OBV divergence in this case, which is, I really like, confirmed basically around here. And so I'm happy to be long. I just don't really like where I'm long from. But I'm not all in here yet, and I can also just, I can add down here. So I'm just going to be patient on this and know that I don't have that great of a level yet. But even still, you can see my current double levels. I don't know if I've averaged these yet, but my double's somewhere up in here, which isn't really that crazy when you think about, I don't know how much history. This isn't too old, but maybe there's more history somewhere else. But nonetheless, like a double up here isn't that crazy to think. So I'm still all right with that. And you can see the weekly W. So I'm not, as much as I hate that level, I am working off of this weekly base here. So that's okay. NKN was another one I got filled on, which you can see. It's just bought the weekly W level, and you can see the reaction. Price came down and bounced right off of it. Now, maybe it rips straight up and gives me a double, but I still have my bids working lower. So we'll see what happens there. Elon, I got a second fill on. Same kind of thing. I had bought the weekly W breakout, and then I got filled at 61.8. So two fills there. And I should have a bid down here at 78.6. I don't have my line there, but I might need to go double check. But hopefully I have another bid working lower. And PYR, I also got one fill on. Same thing. I mean, again, hopefully all these trades look the same. That Cartesi trade looks like shit, but ideally, hopefully you can just see a theme here. My plan's pretty simple. OBV divergence confirmed right there. Weekly W is confirmed. Bid at 61.8 was filled. Now this is an M. So, I'm not saying it's going to rip from here, but there's an M top actually working. So I would assume I'm going to get these fills, and I want to get these fills. So just another one. If we lose these levels here, then we probably got to come back down to this W down here, and I'll just look at, I'll be looking for structure down in this area to add. So we'll just see. It's just sort of, it's like you got to put yourself in the position. Like I'm basing this on the thesis that, I'm thinking that the bottom is sort of in, like I'm hoping the bottom's in on these things right here. And I could easily be wrong. So I'm trying to prepare myself to be able to still stay in the game here with the loss of these levels. But I'm also in the game now if these are the lows. So, I'm just trying to slowly work my way into all these. Let's see here. Oh, and one more. This one, DAPT. This one was funny because I got a fill on my original bids here. I'd bought it. I bought this breakout here. I got a double right away, and then now this was a bid I already had working that just filled. So I bought back this is my essentially a second car now. So I have a free position off my first double, and then I just bought it back here and just kind of repeat the process. Like if you would have been buying back here, I wasn't, but you could have bought, sold on a double, bought again, sold on a double, and then bought again, and established 3 cars here. So that's what I'm looking to do over the year. I mean, this is my first double, and maybe I get a couple more off through the year before the real bull market starts. So anyhow, those are the fills I got. All shit coins really, which is funny. Like, none of these coins, I don't know. I kind of like Cartesia I know I wanted to buy, and Looks I knew I wanted to buy, and NKN I also, and actually say and PYR. So of course I'm not really deep in the fundamentals of these, but those are names that I think are decent. Elon is more just like a meme, some Doge stuff. I don't even know what it is, but I liked the W, and somebody I respect was talking about it, and I was happy with that one. But I'm definitely playing in more of like the kind of shitcoin market right now. But that's mostly just a reflection of where the weekly W's are. I'm just hunting weekly W's, and like I was thinking about Mana today because I really want to buy Mana back. And it's a perfect example of why I'm not buying coins like this, just because they look like this. A lot of these higher market cap coins are just V bottoms, and now just kind of, like there's just nothing there for me to work with. Like, I mean, OBV is actually in divergence, so that's step one. And location's not horrible. This isn't the best place to look at it on Coinbase. Probably there's not as much history, but there's a lot more lower action on Mana. But nonetheless, I mean, OBV step one, I got that divergence in, but there's just no W's. So I mean, I don't really mind nibbling if we get down into below 61.8 here, but at the same time, I'd rather wait for a weekly W. So until this thing really kind of comes down and does this, I'm not super interested. And that's kind of why I'm sticking to things like Elon again. Like you can see the base is actually in here. So sure, we might still lose the levels, but at least I have structure to work with. So that's kind of why that's that way. But anyhow, this looks like I've been talking for 30 minutes, so maybe it's a good time to. That's basically all my activity this week anyway. I think Paul's going to step in, and we're just going to continue on with going through the coins he's got and getting our bids going for the Road to Financial Freedom plan. So, are you here, Paul? You want to jump on? And
yeah, I'm just listening.
All right.
Yeah, if you want to give me the screen.
Yeah, let me get you. Oops. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're ready.
We have 5 new coins, so I'm thinking. Today we can talk about Sand, Maker, Neo, SNX, and OP. I think there are 5 good coins, some old ones, some new ones. They are in the same order. I like some of them, but let's just keep accumulating what we are still in the top 100 coin market cap. So we have a reason. That's why for them to be in top 100. So exactly like Kevin said, yeah, we spoke about a couple of weeks ago about 25.2 being the at least for the moment the top on Bitcoin. I keep telling people from the community just hunt short setups at 25.2. I don't know. Some of them they managed to get some nice short position, but some of them they ask me now, where should I short the market? It's a bit ugly at this moment, and I don't have a new position. I'm still short from the top. I even give to the community members another setup a bit lower, but now I don't have any clear idea what Bitcoin wants to do. But let's keep going with our list. So Sand, weekly chart, you can see VTOP. I like this coin. You can see the OBV is strong. I like it. Wheelie was really oversold for a long period of time. Another reason to be bullish on this one. You can see the weekly bullish divergence on MACD. RSI, nothing new on RSI, nothing special on RSI, but as you can see on this one, we just gone straight down, and now it's time to go sideways. Yeah, I don't see a weekly W. What I can see now, I see an M on RSI and through 50 line. So that doesn't look too nice for this coin. But where I should buy where I should put my limit order on sand. Because I don't have a weekly W. Yeah. So I don't have a structure to work on. I could, best thing for me is to just put a limit order at the POC. Yeah. You can see we have history from 2020. Good enough. The POC is at 20 cents. The market is now at 60 cents. To go from 60 to 20, it's not improbable, and it's not definitely is not impossible to go at 20 cents and even lower. So for this plan, I think 20 cents could be a really nice level to put my first limit order of 0.5%. Yeah? So I'll just put my limit order at 0.5 at 20 cents. You can see this level. Let's just close a little bit the VPVR. Yeah, you can see the level, support and resistance. Let's just change this one. Yeah, so this will be my level. It's 70 cents. 70 cents. Let's just put a round number and let's just put 20 cents. If the market wants to go lower, I'm okay with that. If the market wants to give me a weekly W before below my entry, I'm okay with that too, because I could accumulate even lower and I could get a better price. For sand, I like this coin, but for this coin, I have $0.2. So 20 cents is my first limit order. And I think I could get this level in time. If Bitcoin will dump, even if you'll go sideways and dump and go sideways and pump and dump again, this order at 20 cents, I really like it. And I think I could get this level even below 20 cents, but let's don't be greedy and cheap ass. Let's just wait at 20 cents and see what happens. Yeah. Let's take a look at the next one. Maker. I don't have too much history. I don't know. Maybe on different platforms, maybe they have some more history than 2021, something like that. But if we'll put the VPVR, let's see what we have. Same idea. You can see the accumulation phase. Yeah. You can see, and from this point, from this POC, the bull market started. I'm okay with hunting with a limit order at this level. I'm really okay with that idea. Let's take a look at indicators and see what we have. You can see nice bullish OBV. I like it. Some W's, bullish divergence, and this move down. Another good reason. RSI, I don't see anything clear. It's going to overbought territory, but on weekly chart, I don't see anything special on that. I like the fact that Willy was oversold all this period, so now it's trying to go up. But we have some kind of W action in this area. Not enough for me to convince me this is the bottom. Yeah. So what I can do, the same idea. If I'll see a new weekly W in time, then maybe I'll wait for a breakout on the next wide big W. For now, I'm just waiting in the same idea at the POC. So you can see 500 and let's say 550. Yeah. So 550 could be a really nice level. You can see where the bull market started. Let's call it 600. Yeah. Let's call it 600, and if the market wants to go lower, I'm okay with that idea. So this will be my level. This will be my level for Maker. If they want to pump, I'll wait. If I'll see getting my limit order and after that dump even lower, could be a really nice opportunity to buy it cheaper. I still have 0.5% to buy it lower. So either way, I'm okay with this limit order. Keep in mind, this is a long-term investment plan. I don't have to get a feel in, I don't know, next week, next month, or not even next couple of months. I just need to get a feel at that level. And then sell half on a double, reload, and so on. And I'll keep using little old lady until I will see on bigger time frame. I could see a weekly W and I could see the bear market almost over. For now, this is my limit order and where I want to see a fill. If we'll put an I don't know, a reload zone, you can see this will be a 88.6 long reload zone. But let's keep it simple. You can see the W's in this area where the bull market started last time. So I'm okay with hunting at this level. Yeah. Let's take a look at next one. So NEO. On this one, we have a lot of history. These guys, they have a lot of money in the IPO. I don't know what they do with the money. It's an old shit coin, like we like to call it on crypto. But in the same idea, it's $12. The all-time highs was $200. Has some potential. I will not buy it at this level. So I don't see that weekly clear W. Yeah? And I'm forced, if I don't see a weekly W, I'm forced to see where the POC is, where the smart money accumulated. Yeah, that's the idea of the POC, where the most business was done. So you can see, if I'll put the POC, it will show me at $8 the value. And $8, if we'll zoom in a little bit, and let's just call it something like that. Let's just draw a long reload zone. Just 1 second, please. And if we'll draw a long reload zone from the bottom to the top, you can see $8. It's exactly in the middle of the long reload zone, and you can see it's kind of a support of resistance level. Yeah, you can see the market had a support at the POC, keep bouncing around, lost the support, put a W. I don't consider this one a clear W. But if the market wants to go at that level, I'm okay with that. But I'm forced with this plan to just take a look where the POC is, where the big money started to accumulate. So I'm thinking $8, a round number, could be a good level for us to hunt. Yeah, the POC exactly. Keep in mind this weekly chart. It's 8.8. I'm thinking $8 could be a nice level. Let's call it this a W. I don't like that we have a lower low, but let's just put it at $8. And let's just wait and see where maybe you can get a feel on this one. Let's zoom out a little bit again. If in the last bull market, this coin didn't do too much, you can see $142. That doesn't mean this the next bull market, this coin could not go and take the all-time highs. We don't know. So let's don't use our opinions too much. Let's use our plan and let's just accumulate this coin. Yeah? I'll accumulate at $8. If I'll get a sell half on a double, I'll get some free coins. I'll repeat, I'll reload. I have free coins, and the next bull market, we'll see how high NEO could go. Yeah? If I repeat, if in the last bull market didn't do too much, that doesn't mean in the next bull market could not go. Let's call it last one was 200, could not go to $500 or even $1,000. Yeah, depending on the hype. I know they have a lot of coins, but depending on the hype, depending on the narrative, we can get a really nice bounce. Yeah, so $8 is my level. Let's take a look at next one. This one, I guess we have some older price action on different platforms, but on Binance, we have only from, I don't know, from 2020. Maybe this is all they got. Let's take a look at indicators. I see bullish divergence on MACD, but on MACD we see bullish divergence on almost all the altcoins. But if you take a look at OBV on weekly chart, look at this one. Yeah? I like this OBV. This OBV tells me someone is buying. Yeah? Wheelie, oversold couple of times. I like that. But I want to buy it at, I don't know, $3. All-time highs being $30. No. So what I can do on this one, even if I have the POC at exactly at this level, I don't want to chase, and I don't think the bear market is over. So on this one, I'll just put a nice reload zone. Yeah. I'll just put a nice reload zone, and I'll just wait in the long reload zone. And you can see this level, I don't know, $2 seems a bit too high for my taste, but I could take this institutional fingerprint, you can call it. Yeah, you can see these 2 bars and the last one. I see a 3-bar fractal in here. And if we'll zoom in a little bit, I really love this level below 78.6. Yeah, 1.7, something like that. So my first level would be this one. Yeah, just between this level, 3-bar fractal on weekly chart. A retest of this level, I think is even, I don't know if it's probable, but it's doable. Yeah. So I want this level to be retested just a bit below the long reload zone. I'm okay with that idea. If the market wants to take this level and go even lower, I'm okay with that idea too. Why not? I could accumulate even lower. This is not a weekly W. Yeah. This is not a weekly W, so I'm forced to choose a different method for my limit order. If the market will go lower and will put a weekly W below my buying limit order, I'm okay with that idea. I will averaging down with the next order. So for this one, I'm waiting at 1.7, 1.8, something like that. This is my buying level. I could go on, I don't know, I could go on daily chart and pinpoint a little bit more accurate, a nice buying opportunity. But for this plan, we're not traders, we're investors. So I just want a good level to invest in. Yeah? So 1.7, it's a good level from my perspective. Yeah? Let's see what will happen. Let's take a look at the next one. This is a new one. A lot of hype with this coin. Some people say it's I don't know, a really nice project, new technology, but I'm allowed to chase? No. So what I can do is just try to put the volume profile, and you can see the big volume was around $1. I don't know if they have more history. Maybe they have something, but $1, big fat round number. You can see the market using that $1 level like a support and resistance. You can see 4 weeks sit at this level. You can see even before that. I'm okay to put a limit order at $1. Now it's 2.4. We're trying to put an EM. Let's see what we have. An EM and RSI. OBV is still strong on this one, but if the Bitcoin will dump, if we'll have again some FUD, I think I could get this level. I think I could get a fill at $1. If the market wants to go lower, I'm okay with that idea. I still have 0.5 to average down my buying limit. Okay, so for this one, I'll put a nice exactly $1 limit order, and I'm really okay with this idea. I'm really okay with this idea. I don't want to be a cheap ass, and I don't want to hunt even lower. Yeah, probably this is a good level, 0.5, even half of my position. But let's get a feel at this level. We saw the market has some potential. Let's get a feel. If the market wants to go below 50 cents, at some point in the end of the bear market, we'll put a big and wide W, yeah, on weekly chart, and then I could add to my position. For now, I'm really okay with this level. Seems like chasing, just for me, just my view on this one. It's a new project, and honestly, I'm buying at, I put my limit order at $1, but even $1 seems like I'm chasing the market, and I should have a limit order down below $1, maybe 50 cents, maybe even below 50 cents. But for this plan, I want to keep it nice and simple. Let's put a limit order at $1. I guess this is the coins. So, send. I have the limit order at 20 cents. Maker, we have the limit order at 600. Neo, we have the limit order at $8. Let's hope maybe we can get even cheaper than that. SNX, same idea, 1.7. I'm okay with that idea. OP, $1 could be a good level. So this is the 5 coins we have. Again, this plan we made, it's for us, for me, Kevin, and some community members. You can use it. It's free of charge. You don't have to pay anything. You can even make a copy of this plan if you want to adapt it for yourself. You have the limit orders. You have the charts. You have everything you need. Yeah? But the most important thing, you have the plan. If you like our plan, yeah, this spreadsheet without this plan doesn't worth 1 cent. Yeah, with the plan could make the all difference in the world. It's low risk, high reward, because it's low risk because we invest $2,000 in total. This is all the money we can lose, and the potential you see from the last bull markets. You understand the idea how much money you can make with such a plan. We don't know the future, so we don't know how much money we will make money or not. But we have a plan. We'll use little old lady in the entire bear market, and then we'll switch to P cycle top indicator and House levels from Brian Beamers from TRI. TRIers, they know what I'm talking about with P cycle, not with P cycle, with House levels. Yeah. So use this plan if you want, but it's 100% up to you. We are not financial advisors. Yeah. So I put this one at the bottom. Maybe I should put it at the top. So when you start to read this plan, to read this red part first. It's totally up to you. It's free of charge. It's a simple plan, not too many moving parts. So everyone interested in investing in crypto to be able to execute properly this plan. First of all, you need a plan. Second of all, you need a clear and maybe a simple plan to be easy to execute and follow the plan until the top of the bull market. Yeah. That's it from my part. Maybe some people want to give us, I don't know, some requests. In meantime, I want to do the giveaway for today. So we have the already load up the retweets. We don't have a drum, and I don't think we need one. So let's just pick a winner for this week. If it's a premium member already, he will have the opportunity to get another month on premium part, or a one-to-one with me this time. Yeah. We'll have to, you can choose if it's already a premium member. If it's not a premium member, he will automatically get a 1 month premium membership. So let's pick the winner.
Drum roll.
And Rudy is the winner. It's an active community member.
Yeah, I know
on the
him.
general. Yeah, so let's just put a print screen. And I'll give him a message after the the live stream. I guess he's already on the premium membership part, from what I remember. I don't know for sure, but we'll find out after the. So for next week, I already pinned the tweet. So if you want to participate and have a chance to win 1 month premium membership, just retweet this pinned tweet and you'll have a chance. If you're already a premium member, maybe you want a one-to-one with me. It's only up to you. Yeah, we already have episode 9. Until the end of the year, I guess we'll have some altcoins to talk about. Keep in mind, on this plan, we have already 40, with Bitcoin included, 42 altcoins. But maybe we'll get to 100 at some point. But we have to start all over again and reassess all these charts. Yeah. So this year we have a lot of work to do and implement on this plan. Yeah? It's not over. If I have the limit order, even if I get a fill or I don't get a fill, at some point I have to go back and review the chart. Maybe in meantime I had a weekly W and I didn't saw him. So maybe I need to adjust my buy-in level, or maybe I need to put another buy-in level. Yeah?
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we can do more than that.
Yeah.
Everything is for free. Everything is open. Everything just to be able to follow a long-term plan. If you are able to follow, you are interested in crypto and able to follow a long-term plan, you have the plan, you have the spreadsheet, you have the levels, you have a weekly review, and you have a community where you can ask different questions about these coins. I think more than that, nobody can do for a I don't know, a crypto enthusiast or something like that.
Yeah, and to be fair, you should be able to do you could do a plan like this with probably 3 hours a week, or so. You don't need a lot of time, but you do need 3 or 4 hours a week to just go through your list, make sure your bids are working, make sure once you start getting fills, you got to make sure all your sell orders are working, because you got to have those. You really just need to have those sitting on the books ready to get filled.
And you don't need not even. I don't think you even need 3 hours, because you just see you see our live stream, you see the levels, you just come on this spreadsheet, you see where these guys put the limit orders at this level. You just go and put the limit orders at that levels. You only need, if you respect this plan totally, you only need $55. Yeah, every week, just to put your limit orders. You don't even need the entire amount. You only need every week to add $55. You can add every week $55 until you get to 2K. Yeah. So watch the live stream if you want, maybe at 1.5 speed. Some of you have the limit orders, and just more easy than that, I don't know. I don't think it's possible. Isn't that we offer for this plan?
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Yeah, stupid simple, easy to execute. Difference from I don't know, a trader or an investor and the other people who are losing money. It's the plan and execution part. If you are able to follow a clear plan and execute properly, you can make some money in this market. Actually, in any market. But if you are not able to follow a plan, nobody in this world could help you. That's the simplest I could put it. If you are not able to execute properly and follow a plan, nothing I could do for you. Let's see. We have some requests.
Somebody asked about Aurora, and then there's one from the chat too, from the community chat.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. David posted a question in the general part.
I think that was for
if you want, you can...
0x. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
If you want, you can take the screen, and maybe you want to take a look at the data.
Yeah, sure. We can look at Aurora. Is that rings a bell for me, but geez, that's an older one. I feel like. Wow, it's on Coinbase. Is it AUR or? Let's see here. Aurora.
Seems like it's an old altcoin.
Yeah, I feel like I remember that one from back in the day, but it's on Coinbase.
Let's see.
Well, this is. Geez, I hate the mark. I don't know why the marker on TradingView drives me crazy, but it's always, you just have to manually
Yeah,
deselect it once you start using it. I mean,
I don't use it at all, so that's why I don't have a problem.
I mean, I don't know what other kind of data there is on this thing, but just looking at this, I do see a weekly W. There's a W breakout right there. That's not the worst place to be a buyer, and I also see W and OBV, and you can see the volume ramping up through that run up here. And not tons of selling volume really on the weekly basis. So I don't know, it looks pretty good. I think like you're not doing that bad to go and buy it around here. I'd probably just I'd be interested in, my levels would be that green line there, which is around 61.8 essentially, and then down here at 78.6 and 88.6 I think are good levels. So yeah, you can see that it's trying to catch a bounce off of the W level here, so not bad. It looks pretty good to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's funny that it's not really showing up anywhere else because I thought I remembered this one from a long time ago. Or well, there's Aurora. Is that the same
Maybe
thing?
it's a different one.
Yeah,
On
it
this
looks
one,
the same.
with the history we have, maybe it's even better if we'll take a look at daily chart. Maybe we can see
Yeah.
something how the weekly candle formed.
I mean, I think this is the same one. This is on Qcoin. So either way, it came off a shit ton, obviously, but you can see the W. I mean, if you would have bought that breakout there, you wouldn't have quite gotten a double off. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, from a daily chart, no W here yet, but I mean, location's pretty good, so it's not that bad. I suppose we could look at. I have RSI over here, but let me just look. Well, not much on RSI. That is the daily chart, or that's the weekly. Sorry. Yeah, let's see on RSI. We haven't gotten oversold yet. I'd prefer that to dip down into oversold, and there's no W or anything, but it is pointing up at the moment. I could see taking a nibble, but I mean, if you really want to be conservative, you got to wait for structure here somewhere. But you are good. Location's good. You're basically in the RLZ here. It's trying to get out of it right now. You're basically at 61.8 right here. So, anything above here is chasing. Anything below here is reasonable. And you do have this W to work with, but I don't know. No rush here. If you really like it, I could see nibbling on it, but I think you're going to have chances to buy as this thing bases. No bottom yet. So that's all I can say about that. I think there was a request for 0x against BTC. Oops. BTC.
Yeah, I guess David asked us 2 days ago even, especially for this live stream.
I mean, I guess we could look at it on Uniswap. I don't like it there really. Yeah, that's that's the weekly chart there. And I mean, location's good for sure. I thought 0x is that not District OX or is that something
I don't know if it's the same coin, but on 0x,
it's not,
we have some history on Binance actually.
Oh,
If it's the same coin, I don't know if it's the
am
same.
I doing something wrong? Is it 0x or OX? Maybe I'm doing it. I thought it was 0x, but there it's on
Yeah,
Binance.
let's look at both.
Well, that's OXT. Sorry, maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. I think it's 0x. I can't even type. Fuck. Well, I only see it on Uniswap and only on chain stuff. That's against USD. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm looking at the right thing.
Let's take a look at the 0x on Binance.
How come that's not coming up for me? 0x on Binance, I'm not seeing. Oh, here.
Yeah.
Or ZRX. Oh, fuck. Yeah, so it is zero. Oh, I'm confused because ZRX is 0x. That's why I'm getting confused here. Yeah, this is the coin I was thinking of originally. Yeah, ZRX. Sorry. Okay, well, anyhow, this looks... this is that kind of V-bottom thing I'm seeing in a lot of these names. But this is a weekly chart. I mean, it does have OBV divergence, so I like that. Locations, it made new lows here, and it just, location's not bad in general. Of course, there's tons of upside here. I do see the OBV div, so I like that. That came in and back here and is now confirmed. RSI looks like there's a divergence in RSI, perhaps, or no? It looks like RSI made a new low here, so not quite a W in RSI, which isn't great, but I don't know. It's kind of like the ones Paul was just talking about. I think you're probably safest to just draw your fibs off the lows now if you really want to be a buyer here. You're probably safe.
We are not talking about fundamentals here. Yeah, I saw someone, Millennial Insight, posting its old shit coin in its DEX. Yeah, we know that. It's up to you if you choose this one for fundamental reasons or fundamentals, or we are just looking at technical levels now.
Yeah, this is District OX, I think, or that's DNT. This is ZRX, but I think I have some of this, actually.
Yeah, I have some. I still have some shitcoin.
Yeah, so I don't know that other zero, that 0x on the chain I don't know if that was the same thing that I was looking at, but the chart looked different. So that other one I was looking at did have a weekly W though, which was interesting. But this is just kind of like a lot of these. I mean, it just V-bottomed and straight up. So I think we should expect the lows to be tested again. I think it's safe to say that
seems like a bearish retest of that support.
So
if you look left,
I mean, so the conservative approach would be to wait for a W somewhere down here, Ideally, like 78.6. I mean, that's the level, really, I'd have to say. So and it just comes into that: is it going to hold these lows or not? I don't know. But this is where you're safe, or this is where it's like a safer place to be a buyer, I should say. So I don't know. I don't have like a strong opinion about it because I don't see any structure here to work with. So I can't really I'm not. If I liked this coin fundamentally and knew I wanted to be a buyer, then okay, sure. Like bids down in the reload zone, you're essentially just knife catching, looking for dips down in there to buy. But there's no previous structure to work off of. I like to see a W back here to work the trade off of. So it's not there, but it is what it is. A lot of these look like this. Of course, it just made a new high this week, even so.
Could pump again.
Yeah, it might not be done yet.
You have to wait in the long reload zone. Don't chase a coin like that. Just don't chase. It's that simple. Just patiently wait at least in the long reload zone. 78.6 is the usual, the level where you see the W on weekly chart forming usually. So just don't chase it.
Yeah, I could see something like that happening throughout the year. If it does want to push higher here, then it's setting up more of a head and shoulders. So, although we don't have divergence here, we have OBV divergence, which I think is
it's good. For me, it's good enough. If I see OBV divergence is better than RSI divergence.
So yeah, I could see a bottom like that coming in. This one probably has more. This one is on Coinbase, so. Yeah, this one is, so this one, wow, look at that. That actually, that makes sense. So I don't know if this is all the history, but I do like location now when you look at it from this standpoint, because, I mean, you could see like the past two cycles, it's done really well. And then now we're just back down at the bottom. So, I mean, location's good. Even right here, even though this is chasing this move here, you're still buying down at the bottom of the range at least. Nice OBV actually too when you look at the whole picture here. Just no volume over the last year or two.
I think even the POC is at that level. The overall POC for the entire chart.
Yeah, probably. Let's see here. I don't have the volume profile.
VPVR.
Profiles and why am I forgetting? Is it the visible range?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're below the POC. Yeah, can't fault you for that. Nice location. Just probably no rush, I'd say.
Yeah, we'll probably reject at the POC and do the inverse head and shoulder. Do the right shoulder now.
Yeah, so that's good. There's no other requests in here. I did see people talking about lit earlier, so I just wanted to look at that because I did look at it and it looks like I think I have bids working actually. I need to double check, but
everybody's talking. Carol posting about lit.
Everybody's talking about this one, and I pulled it up, and it has a damn nice looking chart now. I mean,
I see the POC now, so that's the level.
Yeah. So and that POC is
Weekly
probably
W.
78.6. So you can see the POCs in the reload zone, and this weekly W right here is working. Price is coming down right now, so I think this is a nice one to have some bids working on. Anywhere around the POC.
Zach, yeah, Zach is saying he's not that coin.
Zach is
It's a
saying,
different, yeah, it's a different one. Maybe something on
"Oh, lit is actually not this." Oh well, this looks good to me. Is there a
yeah, this
different?
one I like. I want to see that. Yeah, timeless.
Maybe they're
Yeah,
talking about something. Oh, timeless, probably this.
the new
Oh
one.
fuck. Well,
Anyway, that one that chart looks nice.
this
Yeah,
chart,
what?
this chart, I don't know. The POC's right here.
The puck is that zero line.
Yeah, I probably have to look at that on like Deck Screener or something. But nonetheless, I actually like this Litten tree. Looks damn good to me. So I got the wrong coin, but this is pretty much what
Yeah, if it's you can sell half on a double, get in the free position, then you're set.
Yeah. So nice base here nonetheless. So I'll
Yeah.
have to go look at the Zach's name. I didn't realize Zach, you're a millennial insider.
I think we can ask Carl or Zach. Maybe they will want to be a guest or even participate in these live streams for new coins.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, they're sort of, and yeah, that's
Why?
that's
Why
it.
Carl? Why not you, Zach?
I think he's saying that lit was Carl's idea. But either way, we do in the premium in our premium room we do have a DeFi room that they're talking about stuff all the time,
Yeah,
in,
really
which is
nice.
helpful.
I saw a nice post last couple of weeks. New projects start to appear, new hype on them. You can get a easy sell half on a double with them, with the new projects. So very easy play. I saw Carol and Zach made some money with the new play the last couple of weeks. It's not for beginners. It's not for I don't know for usual crypto enthusiasts. You have to have some insight. You have to have some experience. But if you want it, these guys could help you if you want to learn.
Yeah, it seems like you have to be willing to make your decision and ape in because they
Yeah,
they move so fast. So
me and Carol, we have a special setup. Educated ape.
Ed-
Yeah, so we are
educated
we are
ape.
aping in, but with risk management. So at least we are chasing with risk management. I will chase, but I only can lose I don't know 0.5 or 1%.
Yeah.
It's not for beginners. That's definitely not for beginners. You have to have the power to when your stop loss is hit, to just get out and next bus. If you are not able to respect 100% your stop loss, don't use that setup. Don't chase. And take
Well, you have
some
to be
experience
educated
to
first.
know
You
where.
can't just be an ape. You have to get educated first.
Yeah, first you have to be educated and then become an ape, not the other way around. Yeah, indeed.
But I mean that if you prepare yourself to be able to do that, I mean certainly when the bull market actually hits, you do have to move to more of an aggressive. Well, you don't have
That's
to,
why
but
we have the Holy Grail, and we can adapt from 3 minutes to 5 to 15 to 1 hour. But we have the right tool to chase in a bull market. Now we had just a small glimpse, just a small window to use the Holy Grail and see what we can do with that. But in the next bull market, we'll definitely use the Holy Grail.
yeah, it's been cool to see a lot of people using that lately.
Yeah,
On
and
the
they made
side.
some money. We don't have any other requests, guys. You don't have any requests,
I don't
or
see
maybe
any
I didn't
popping
saw
in.
the. Yeah.
I'll yeah, if anybody has any, let us know. I'll just mention Silvergate because my darling
Yeah,
crypto
yeah,
stock is
exactly.
sure shit the bed. So Which I mean, I hopefully when I don't know if I even talked about this one in this show. I probably haven't, but I definitely have talked about this with the group. But this one was in the news all week because there's a lot of FUD around Silvergate.
Honestly, Kevin, I just bought I don't know, a small amount. Let's say $100. I know they could go belly up, but I'm okay with putting $100
Yeah,
at
I
this
mean,
level. At $5, definitely. If they'll recover at some point, I could make a lot of money with that
yeah.
$100.
I mean, I'm still in my trade, and I'm not really worried about it. I think that maybe they still come through at the end of the day, but at the moment, it's not looking great for them. And just it's just an example of one that this is kind of why you can't just go. If I was like, I'm going to get rich and just went in here and just bought a ton of this and spent all my money on this, I'd be 60% under. I think, or something more, maybe even depending on where you bought right here. I almost banged a double out, actually. Like, I wish I'd have gotten my free position out of it. I got kind of close here in this pump and then never quite hit it. And now it just
Yeah,
it
I
is
was
what it
close
is.
enough for a double, but not that exactly at that level.
Wait, what's
I
that?
didn't have I didn't have the opportunity to sell half on a double on that one.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, just pointing it out that sometimes these things go. This can happen in altcoins just as easily as the stock market, but every once in a while they do go down the shitter, and this thing could face bankruptcy. Maybe not. We'll have to see. They have regulatory issues. They have. They're being looked into by the SEC regarding like FTX, and it might even turn out that they're fraudulent, which will bum me out actually. Like if it turns out these guys are frauds, it would kind of suck because they sort of have been like a foundation for crypto. They were like they worked with everybody for banking. They were like the only bank that was super 100% crypto and very, very welcoming to like even this week I saw that like Coinbase and Galaxy Digital and Paxos and a bunch of big crypto names were starting to distance themselves from Silvergate, which isn't a good sign, and kind of a bummer for crypto altogether. So I don't know if the SEC ends up even going after these guys and making an example of them, just because they do represent the bridge between like traditional banking in the U.S. and crypto. So to see these guys turn into frauds and go down wouldn't be good for crypto. So I'm kind of hoping that doesn't
I
happen.
think they will. I think they will just. They'll do a deal. They'll pay a fine, and that's it. Usually that happens.
Yeah. Well, they might
They
be
just
broke. The problem is they
that's
might end up being.
a different problem.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if down the road this thing looks better, but it might not. So just if you
From $5 level, even if they'll not recover, I think I could get a double. The price could go back at 10 at the POC.
yeah.
And then from that point, from the moment I got a free position, doesn't matter.
Yeah, hell, in this day and age, even a bankruptcy will pump it. Like half of a lot of these companies pump on
Because
bankruptcies.
they have a lot of cash on the sidelines from what I saw on the statistics.
Yeah, they do they do have cash.
Yeah, we have two requests, and I guess we can manage in, I don't know, in 10 minutes to do two requests. We have Vega and then Bal. Let's take Vega, I guess, because Bal we talked about. Let's take about
Well, that looks
Vega.
pretty nice. Yeah, so Vega, well, it's sort of the same.
This is the coin.
I think this is it, Vega, yeah.
I asked Zach if this is the coin.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe it's not. If it's Zach asking, it might be like something on
could
chain.
be something really new.
This, however, if this is the coin, then I don't know. I see kind of an ABCD potentially to the upside. So I don't know about like. There's not really structure like a weekly W going, but I do see something like that coming in. So maybe we pop up here before this rolls back down. But I mean, buys at the bottom of the range are all I could really say. Looks like OBV is W'd out.
On lower time frame, you can frame a bot on that one if it's AB equals CD.
Yeah, you might have some sort of bot here. It's kind of V bottomish, but I could see a bot setting up off the POC here. Maybe we get some consolidation here to set up a couple more lows, and then it Bots up. I do. Well, there's just not a lot to say about RSI there. It's like it's not in divergence right now, but if we push to new highs here and RSI can't get up here, then there will be potential divergence. OBV is just, well, it looks like a bot to me. I mean, that's all I can say. It looks like potential, trend continuation. Take out this high and get up into here. This wick back here could easily be eaten. So
Yeah, we need a clear setup.
yeah, no
I don't see,
setup, but it looks uppy.
so
So
I'll buy this one with a bot setup with a stop limit order. That's my idea. If he wants to go
yeah,
lower, okay, go lower. I'll cancel my order. If he wants to get to my bot entry level, okay. For an investor, I don't see an opportunity at this level.
yeah,
Lower in the 78.6 in the initial W you have on that one. Yeah, you have an initial one on daily chart, I guess.
yeah,
No, the line on the left.
yeah. This W here, you mean?
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the last buying opportunity when it dipped down into the reload zone here. I would expect, something down there again would be the place to invest. So,
Yeah.
and then balancer, I think, was the other request.
And we have another reason. Zach is bearish on that one. So wait in the 78.6.
Oh wait, he's bearish on Vega. Balancer looks a little emmy at the moment, but I know that I'd like to buy this one, but I just want to buy it down in the down in the reload zone. I mean, it's sitting below the POC right now of this daily range, but yeah, I don't know. I see not really an M specifically, but they FU'd the M. But either way, it looks pretty toppy right there.
Yeah,
RSI
it's
divergence. What's that?
maybe on weekly looks better, but on daily looks bearish. Yeah,
Yeah,
only is holding.
I mean, weekly is the same thing, but location's good, and yeah, OBV's kind of breaking down a little bit here, but it has been relatively up. The same story with these, like I'd probably just draw my reload zones there, and it looks like the POC is below 78.6. I think anywhere around the POC is probably fine if you want to nibble. That's about all I could say about that. Still, I mean, I would say that there is technically a weekly W here. Geez, it's kind of these wicks make it kind of ugly, but I mean, if you put a line chart on, you can see there's this little weekly W here. There's a weekly W right here, and then there's a bigger one that's potential that would need a breakout above here that actually did happen if you count the wicks. So the base is in. It just looks a little bearish right at the moment, which I think just suggests you could get filled lower. But there is a nice base there.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Yeah, when I see weeks like that, I'm expecting pump and dump. So
Yeah, I mean,
I'll hunt below 78.6 eventually.
yeah, I mean, you can see they just ran it and took it right back down several times.
Yeah.
Pretty bad fake out right here, actually, too, on that W.
But if you are long from the bottom, you can get a sell half on a double and reload in that week. And yeah, and
Yeah, but
let's see what happens. Some coins, some Bitcoin will be available to dump in the market with Mount Gox, and let's see what will happen. We still have time to accumulate.
Oh yeah, what's going on with Mt. Gox? Are they releasing the coins finally, or
I don't think they released them yet, but soon enough.
are they just saying
Could
that?
be.
I mean, they've been saying that forever. Is it actually a real thing now? Like, are they really
Yeah,
gonna?
it seems like. Yeah, so Zach says 850k Bitcoin. Still a big amount.
March
Let's
10th.
see, maybe someone will step in and absorb the selling pressure. Or maybe they just want to break the lows. Either way, we have a long-term plan and we'll gladly take some altcoins at the lower level. Even Bitcoin below 15k at 14, 12k. I'm okay with buying Bitcoin below the lows.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
if
if
I have
they,
a plan, I'm not panicking. I'm just barely waiting to get to that levels.
yeah, I mean, that could be a good reason to take Bitcoin down. They definitely gonna need a reason if they want to push Bitcoin lower. So that could be it. We'll see
Yeah.
though. I mean, I think really we should still expect, whether the lows hold or not, a test of the lows I think is totally reasonable. So
Yeah, a retest of that weekly W on Bitcoin, it's at least in my view, a Wyckoff check of that W, weekly W, it's necessary to go up.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, I mean, we've said so.
Yeah.
I don't like this bottom. I mean, we've talked about it so many times. Look at that hole in the pocket there. Actually, that's
Yeah.
it's funny. I don't really use this. I don't use the visible big volume profile range very often. But yeah, you
Yeah,
can
you
see
have
the hole
to
in the
put them back.
profile right there, though. Jeez.
Yeah.
So
So retest at, I don't know, 14, 12K, maybe a step below at the park. Could be. We are still early in this bear market. Don't kid yourself. The bear market is over. For most of the people following us, the best thing you can do is just close the Twitter. Just close it totally. Don't look at the Twitter because it will put you in the wrong mindset. At the top, yeah, we're bullish. At the bottom, yeah, we're bearish. No,
yeah, I mean, we still are in a bear market. I mean, if anything, I was like, I don't think I even mentioned it earlier, but man, I love that this the 200 period, the weekly 200 MA, the weekly 200 moving average. See how we got rejected so strongly there? That just, to me, that means we're not ready to go bull yet. And it's funny how it came in right on that high.
exactly.
It's just sitting right there and just solid rejection. And so, the good news is we did get the moving averages crossed here, and we've actually checked it now, which is kind of cool. I didn't notice that yet. We did bounce off the 13 EMA here, but I'm guessing we're still trapped in at least this range between MAs here for
Yeah.
now. So
And
but until we're
structure. Okay. Yeah,
well, I
go
was
on.
just gonna say until we're above the 200, that's not a bull market. Like this was all essentially a bull market here, because we were above the 200 that whole time. And we were even still, we tested the bull here and got, just basically lost it. But until we're above that point and higher, then I don't know. Can't really call it a real bull, in my opinion. So we'll
For
see.
me, to at least to think ranging to API, we need to close a weekly candle above 25K. That will mean
Yeah,
a higher high. That's why I put so much accent on that level. Short
yeah,
that level, short that level. Well, definitely it was obvious that level should be rejected, at least initially. At some point, maybe down the road, we'll go above that level. But initially, we need to take the liquidity and go back down.
yeah,
And for the community members, I spoke, I don't know, I have 1 month speaking about 25.2K and short that level and use that setup, that trade for hedging your spot portfolio. At least some people listened and they have a nice shot from the top. Now we're exactly in the middle of nowhere where I don't want to trade. I want to have more reasons, more confluence for even if I want to swing trade. Yeah. So
yeah. It's kind of hard to
patiently.
it's hard to short right here. Pretty easily get blasted out, and it's kind of hard to long right there. There's not really much to do.
Now lower time frames on 4 hour chart. We have a location. We are in long reload zone from the last move up, the last one. We have a location, but for a day trade, I don't know, not even for a swing trade. But not more than that. So be extra careful with Bitcoin and trying to buy it or to sell it at this level.
Yeah, I agree. That wick to be retested at 17K, Stefan is saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I could be to the downside, Stefan, but it's a bit too higher time frame. So maybe play level by level. You know my style. Level by level. Let's find the range. Let's play the range. I can see 2 or 3 ranges until we'll get to that level. So we can
Yeah.
make a lot of money in these ranges, just buying and selling and day trading.
Is he
But
talking about
yeah,
back
indeed.
here? What wick are you talking about, Stefan?
Yeah,
That
he's
one?
seeing power of three from the no, power of three to the downside.
Ah,
No, the last move up, the last one in the last price action. But I guess Stefan will post on Twitter
yeah, cool. Maybe look at
or on the community. Yeah. So talking about power of three, fake out to the upside, that head of the head and shoulder pattern, and then back down and retest of the weekly W or the daily W.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe this Silvergate thing turns out to produce more FUD and just because I mean, I do think Silvergate has the potential to ding the crypto market pretty good because it represents a huge chunk of the action. So it would suck to see them go down. We'll see what happens.
I don't know. It's not something nice for us for me to say, but I'll gladly buy lower.
Yeah. Well,
I'll gladly buy lower.
Yeah, and we're not going to get fills on like, I mean, something like FET, or I mean, how are you going to get a fill on this? If you wanted to buy this thing, how are you going to get filled on it without any FUD? You know, you want to, we're going to need to see Bitcoin come off a lot to buy this again.
So,
well, for me,
let's join Zach. Price. He's praying all day. Let's join Zach, and maybe we'll get the market to dump. I know, Zach. I know you are a bear, at least for next 6 months. I have the same opinion, but you know me. I play level by level and only setups. I try to keep my bias out of my trading part.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not a bear per se. I just think that we're probably gonna be basing this year. I'm still rolling with the same general feeling that, you know, maybe we lose the lows, maybe we don't, but we're closer to the bottom than the top, and I think it's a good time to start accumulating as long as you have a plan to follow. I'm fine with that. I'm not particularly bullish or bearish, really. I think it's been a nice little bullish window recently, which is cool, and if you were able to take advantage of that, then great.
We made some doubles. You made some free coins.
Yeah, so we'll just probably have to go in the shitter.
We have, yeah, it's a good idea to go lower, but this live stream has 1 hour and 30 minutes. So
oh shit!
I think it's
31
minutes even.
Cool.
So I think we spoke long enough.
Yeah, totally. That's a good time to call it. I think we'll be back next week. Obviously, we'll be in the Discord server all week, and we'll see how this, see what happens. Bitcoin's kind of boring at the moment. We'll see what happens this week. But other than that, I think I don't have anything else to say. I'll just, I'll see you guys on Discord and on Twitter and stuff. But other than that, you got anything you want to leave us with, Paul?
No, if you want to join our Discord, if you want to take this business serious, I'm okay with that. If not, just subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll get a notification every time we are doing a live stream or we are posting a video.
Cool.
Nothing more than that.
Awesome. Well, with that said, we'll just see you guys next week, and everybody have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon. So, bye-bye.